Hi, I'm Bersercules, the Berserk Herc, and today I'll be reviewing Superman's Girlfriend Lois Lane number 16, Story 1, called Lois Lane's Signal Watch. Ooh, I guess this issue will be the issue where they try to explain why Lois doesn't always have a signal watch, but Jimmy does. And instead of the real reason, i.e., it would wreck the dynamics of the Lois Lane stories and take away from the suspense when Lois' life is in danger, I'm sure we'll be getting a totally trumped up and silly reason as to why Superman doesn't give her a signal watch on a permanent basis. 'Cause, let's face it, in reality, if you were going to give one of them a signal watch, you'd give it to the one whose life is always in danger, i.e., Lois Lane. Did I just say in reality while talking about one of these comics? Wow, reviewing these comics is affecting my mind. The comics themselves are the super wits carriers. Oh shit. So now we head over to the splash panel for this story to find out what trumped up reason they will be using to deny Lois a permanent signal watch. I guess that will be the excitement for us for this issue. I hope. And at least it's better than reading the mail. Maybe. You mean you summoned me with the signal watch I gave you just because the heel of your shoe came loose? Yes, Superman. Fix it with your X-ray vision or something. It's an emergency. What the fuck? Seriously, comic book? You're gonna make it that Lois doesn't have a permanent signal watch? Because when she had one, she misused it all the time over silly little things? Competent, mature, intelligent Lois Lane suddenly can't grasp what's a life or death situation? And thinks that a broken heel counts? Jeepers! Has she just gone full retarded? What the fuck? If you're gonna go that route, why not also have her unable to realize Clark Kent and Superman look the same? Wait. So, this is just Lois's character? Smart but dumb? Wow. I can't tell if Lois Lane is supposed to be a functioning idiot, or if she's supposed to be smart, but is written by guys who hate women. Fucking editor wants Lois to be the main character in a comic. I'll write a story where the stupid bitch can't figure shit out. Dumb women. Why is my penis so small? And better yet, why did Lois want Soup to fix her shoes with his X-ray vision? How would that work? How does Soup's X-ray vision work that it can see through things, cook steaks, carve stone, and fix shoes? Does it also dress him in the morning? Put him to bed at night? Jeepers! Did it sew his costume for him? Build his robots for him? If his X-ray vision is so great, why isn't it called Super? You mean you summoned me with the signal watch I gave you just because the heel of your shoe came loose? Yes, Superman. Fix it with your X-ray vision or something. It's an emergency. No, seriously, how does Lois Lane think X-ray vision will fix a shoe? This doesn't even make sense at all! For years, Superman has been flying to Lois's aid, trusting to his luck and his telescopic vision to learn when she is in peril. So basically Superman's constantly spying on Lois? Does he also watch her in the shower? I'd better check on Lois. She's getting into the bathroom. Go on, get into the shower. Huh? Oh no! An orphanage is on fire! Hurry, Lois. Yep, you've got the water running. Get in. It's okay if it's a little bit cold at first. The orphan screams are irritating. Can't go save them. Lois only showers once a day. Ew, she's on the toilet. Orphans, here I come. So the story starts out as Lois and Jimmy head out to lunch as Clark Kent declines to join them, and as the two of them eat their lunch, Jimmy, in the process of spitting out his drink, explains to Lois that the man sitting in the corner is wanted for murder. Jumpin' catfish! That man at the corner table, he's Pete Gurney, and he's wanted for murder! All while spitting out his drink? That's quite good! I could never say that much while spitting out food! Call me Ishmael. Some years ago, never mind how long precisely, having little or no money in my purse, and nothing particular to interest me on shore, I decided I would travel around a bit and see the watery part of the world. It is the way I have of driving off the spleen and regulating the circulation, whenever it is a damp, drizzly November in my soul, whenever my hypos get such an upper hand of me that it requires a strong moral principle to prevent me from deliberately walking into the street and methodically knocking off people's hats, then I account it high time to get to the sea. This is my substitute for pistol and ball. With a philosophical flourish, Cato throws himself upon the sword. I quietly take to the ship. But I still have the power of the edit. Realizing he has been recognized, the criminal tries to leave, and attacks Jimmy with his lunch. Greatest improvised weapon ever. No one can stop a bowl of soup. Go ahead, come at me. I'm a master bowl of soup fighter. Look at the efficiency of that weapon! Why was a bowl of soup not one of the weapons used by the Ninja Turtles? Fuck nunchucks and swords when you could use a bowl of soup! Kinda makes me wonder what Gurney's murder weapon of choice was. Breadsticks? Custard pie? Drumsticks? Filet mignon? A sub sandwich? Anyway, Jimmy, realizing he's no match for a man armed with a bowl of soup, calls for Superman on his Superman signal watch. And Superman, arriving instants later, grabs a chair and uses it to tie up Gurney. With all of Superman's super speed, you'd think he'd be able to quickly get handcuffs. But then again, everyone loves a show-off, and Jimmy verifies this by being impressed by Superman's actions. Wow, look at Superman bend that metal chair around Gurney, like it was made of taffy! It's good to know after all these years, Superman's strength still impresses you. You go to bed dreaming of him fighting a gang of dinosaurs, and marvel at him bending a metal chair. You realize if a disabled anorexic one-legged old man from Krypton was there, he too would be able to do that stunt, right? So there's no real reason for to make a big deal about Superman doing it. Any Kryptonian could do it. It's not a feat of strength for Soup. After the police take Gurney into custody, as Superman is about to leave, Lois asks if she can have a signal watch just like Jimmy's. She never wanted one before, but as soon as she sees Jimmy using his, she wants one too. If I give you a signal watch, Lois, Lana Lang may ask for one too. Soup, if you don't want to give her a watch, don't. But don't make up stupid reasons not to. If Lana gets the watch, then Clark will want one. Naturally, Perry will also want to get into the act. Then the mayor of Metropolis. Then why'd you give Jimmy a watch in the first place? Seems like you knew it would snowball. Soup, just learn to say no. And so you see why I can't give you a signal watch, Lois. If I gave everyone a watch, answering their calls would interfere with my important work. Yeah, like all the hours you spend building statues of your friends. You wouldn't want to get called away from that all the time. Or when you're pulling a group of huskies on surfboards, or hanging out in a water tank for a week. These things are too important to be taken away from whenever some intruder is breaking into an old lady's house, or a bus full of children drives off a cliff. And so you see why I can't give you a signal watch, Lois. If I gave everyone a watch, answering their calls would interfere with my important work. What the fuck, Superman? She's asking for a signal watch, not for you to give one to everyone in the world. Your stupid wits are just dumb. So Lois accepts Superman's long-winded, half-assed no, and then reminds him that it's her birthday tonight, and invites him to join her sister, Jimmy, and Clark. But Soup turns her down, not wanting to cut in on Clark, and wishes Lois a happy birthday as he flies off. That evening, at the Hi-Hat nightclub, Lucy, Lois is hardly talking to Clark. What's bothering her? She figures she's stuck with Clark when she'd much rather be celebrating her birthday with Superman. Can you blame her? Ha ha ha! Clark is Superman! This is funny! Well, it was the first 100 times. And I'm sure Clark, Superman Kent, knew Lois would be depressed if Soup wasn't at a birthday party. But he still showed up as Clark to dance with her instead of Superman. What the fuck? Does Soup just love to be around Lois when she's sad and pining for another man? Does Superman get off on being with a woman that despises him and is fantasizing about another man who is also secretly him? What the fucked up? That's one weird turn on. Says the guy who likes to watch women in the shower. So after the party of 4 is over, the girls chat outside about how sad it is Superman didn't show up, and Superman shows up. I wish a big-titted woman would show up! Aw, darn. Yeah, I used that joke before, but it never hurts to try. And then Soup gives Lois her own signal watch and tells her to use it discreetly. This cheers up Lois, causing her to kiss Superman on the lips, and Superman, blushing, then flies off. I said it before, and I'll say it again. Superman is afraid of pussy. Where'd he go? I don't know, but at least you have that big whoosh sign to hold close to you. Soon, the two sisters are in their bedroom getting ready for bed, as Lois models her new watch for Lucy. Are they a couple? The whole married couple sleeping in different beds things from the 40s, 50s, and 60s is confusing me. Is this comic implying that they're lesbian lovers that are living together? Is that why they have the same last name? Is Lois going for the most unattainable man, and Lucy dating a guy she doesn't even like, just to cover for the fact that they're lesbians living together secretly? What the fuck? is hot! So the ambiguously gay duo then go to bed, and as Lois sleeps, she dreams of a giant monster chasing her, and, half awakening, she gropes for the signal watch button in blurry-eyed panic. And soon after pressing said button, Superman arrives, only to be told it was an accident. Wah wah. So as this super panty raid occurs, Lois explains, I had a nightmare. I signaled you before I realized it was only a dream. It must have been caused by something I ate. Why did people back then always blame their bad dreams on something they ate? Did they not understand how the human body works? I'm just beginning to suspect that I am a fathead for giving Lois the signal watch. 'Cause everything you know about her up to this point suggested she'd be good with a signal watch? What? Are you even using your super brain right now? So the next day, Lois starts to constantly misuse the signal watch for the lamest reasons. First, to fix her broken heel, as portrayed in the splash panel. Lois, I got your distress signal. Where's the danger? My, you're so excitable. There's no danger. I just wanted you to fix the heel of my shoe. It came loose. But Lois, I let 2 orphans fall to their deaths so I could rush here. So, hard-as-nails journalist Lois Lane can't use discretion when using an important piece of equipment? What the fuck? How dumb is she? Oh wait, this is the same reporter who can't tell her co-worker Clark Kent and the love of her life Superman are the same person. But still, that's fucking lame. Super fucking lame. And then Superman robs the working man of job opportunities as he puts up telephone poles. Super fuck the working class. He's again called away to Lois's aid, this time to stop a dog from chasing a cat. Super fuck! Seriously, this is just ridiculously pathetic. Lois has handled many tough situations on her own, and now she's calling for Superman's aid with stopping a dog from chasing a cat? What the fuck? This is a new low point for this comic. And that's saying something. This is sad. I don't even want to make a joke of this. It mocks itself. My time is very important, Lois. Please don't signal for me again, unless it's a dire emergency. Dire emergency? All right. And later, as Lois sits behind Clark in the Daily Planet editorial office, she uses her signal watch again. Now what can Lois's danger be? I'll switch to Superman quicker than the eye can follow. A split second later, where's Clark? He was here a moment ago. I got rid of him at super speed for a few minutes so we can talk privately. Wait, what? You got rid of him at super speed? What the fuck? That's an odd way to cover for the fact you're him. What's she supposed to think? That you super threw him out the window? What the fuck? So, in Lois's mind, Clark just suddenly found himself out in the street and is totally confused and frightened? Wow! Super wits! And what is Lois's emergency? The zipper on my purse is stuck. How could you possibly call this a real emergency? I needed to apply more makeup and couldn't get at my compact. If that's not an emergency, what is? All the times you almost died and Soup came and saved you at the last second? And, a few hours later, after saving her from a revolving door, Superman threatens to take away the watch if she keeps misusing it. And what the fuck's up with Lois's luck? Broken heel, mad dog, stuck zipper, trapped in a revolving door? It's all happening to Lois today. Holy fuck! Imagine if Soup had given her the watch on a normal day. None of this would have happened. And eventually her day goes from normal bad to real bad, as she is taken hostage by some thugs and tied up in an abandoned waterfront warehouse. A timing device will free you a few seconds after 3 o'clock, toots. But you won't be able to reach the bomb in the iron cage or have time to escape. You better call Superman with that signal watch as soon as you're free, or you'll blow up. So, at 3 o'clock, as the gangsters hold up the cashier of the Acme Ironworks factory, an alarm is set off, but it doesn't worry the crooks because they assume Superman must be busy at this moment saving Lois Lane. But then suddenly Superman shows up, shocking the crooks and causing one to say, in the split second it takes Superman to get through the door and to them, "Gah! Superman can't be here! The lame dame must have signaled him from the Foster warehouse to save her from that bomb!" What the fuck? Don't tell Superman that! You don't know if he knows or not! Jeepers! Is Superman a great hero, or just a regular guy who has ridiculously stupid adversaries? And actually, that guy would have had to say that a lot faster to say it all as Superman busts through a door. "God, Superman can't be here! The lame dame must have signaled him from the Foster warehouse to save her from that bomb!" Well, given how fast Soup flies, even faster than that. Gah! Superman can't be here. The lady must have signaled for him from the fossil warehouse to save him from the bomb. Even faster than that, too. Yeah, Superman can't be here to save him from the bomb. Still not fast enough. Anyway, so Soup, finding out about the bomb, quickly knocks out the crooks and... It's a good thing he said Foster Warehouse and not just warehouse, or else Lois Lane would be dead. Anyway, so Soup, finding out about the bomb, quickly knocks the crooks out and... Take care of these 2 rats. Lois Lane is in danger at the Foster Warehouse. I've got a speed faster than I've ever flown before. But I'll take all this time to tell you that. Super wits. Take care of these 2 rats. Lois Lane is in danger at the Foster Warehouse. I've got a speed faster than I've ever flown before. Sorry, I can't really hang around and chat much, Officer McRandom guy. I've got to rush off and save Lois Lane from a bomb that should have gone off when the crooks were expositing about where Lois Lane was. So I've got to rush off now. Call me Ishmael. Some years ago, never mind how long precisely, having little or no money in my purse and nothing particular to interest me on shore, I decided I would travel around a bit and see the watery part of the world. Almost instantly... okay. Almost instantly, arriving at the warehouse just as the bomb is going off, Soup stifles the explosion with his cape and then asks Lois why she didn't signal for him. Lois, why didn't you signal me for my help with the watch? You could have been killed by that deadly bomb. Deadly bombs? As opposed to what? All those life-giving bombs? All those healing bombs? Remember, kids, not all bombs are deadly. Some are just fun for the whole family. Order now and buy 3 fun bombs. Great for picnics, beach raids, and playing catch with Old Yeller. I was afraid to call you. After all, only the life of a pest was at stake. What kind of dire emergency is that? My life means nothing to you. Seriously, you can't tell that possibly dying would warrant a proper use of the watch? What the fuck? You're acting very melodramatic for a woman who would be dead now if a criminal had kept his mouth shut as Superman broke down a door. Lois Lane at her lowest, folks. Super enjoy. And to conveniently wrap up this super shitty story, Lois throws the signal watch back at Superman, saying she doesn't want it, and things go back to normal. Or whatever passes for normal in their reality. Oh, so that's why Lois doesn't have a signal watch. She misused it like a stupid child, then not want it anymore. Okay, that makes sense. In the same way Clark hiding his identity with a pair of glasses does. And as for the crooks' plan, what would they have done if Soup had saved Lois, and then flew to where they were and stopped them? I mean, that's a pretty big flaw in their plan. Jeepers, their plan was moronic. It makes about as much sense as this story does. So at least it fits in. So the story ends as Lois talks on about her decision to give up the signal watch, as Clark thinks, women, even a Superman can't understand them. Especially when they're written by a man who needs them to act a certain way to tell his silly story. So that's it. It's now the end.